U.S. Market Preview. Key points for November 18th. U.S. stock indexes closed lower across the board in the previous session, with the Dow down 1.18%, the S&P 500 falling 0.92%, and the Nasdaq declining 0.84%. Technology stocks remained under pressure, and the number of declining stocks exceeded 9,400. The top-performing sectors were internet content platforms, paper products, and medical product distributors. Small blue diamond U.S. policy and economy. Former President Trump stated he would not rule out any options for military intervention in Venezuelan territory, while expressing willingness to engage in dialogue with President Maduro. Dallas Fed President Lori Logan explicitly opposed a December interest rate cut, and Boston Fed President Susan Collins emphasized a high bar for further easing. In contrast, Fed Governor Waller advocated for continued rate cuts. According to CME data, the probability of a 25 basis point rate cut in December has fallen to 44.4%. Goldman Sachs Asset Management expects the Fed to cut rates twice in 2026. U.S. Labor Department data showed initial jobless claims for the week of October 18th came in at 232,000. Trump also suggested that tariff subsidies might be issued by mid to late 2026. The U.S. and Saudi Arabia are set to sign a framework agreement on civil nuclear cooperation. Small blue diamond international developments. Due to controversial remarks about China made by Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae, the release of imported Japanese films in China has been temporarily suspended. Japan's Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs, Masaaki Kinai, is visiting China for consultations. Amid deteriorating risk sentiment, stock markets in Japan and South Korea closed sharply lower, led by chip stocks. Goldman Sachs predicts Brent and WTI crude prices will decline in 2026 due to global oversupply. The UK is considering retaliatory measures against EU steel tariffs, as the EU plans to cut duty-free steel quotas and raise levies. Small blue diamond cryptocurrency and central banks. The cryptocurrency market continues to decline, with Bitcoin and Ethereum posting significant losses today. Over the past 24 hours, more than $1 billion in leveraged positions were liquidated, affecting over 180,000 traders. Goldman Sachs Asset Management expects the European Central Bank to keep rates steady in the foreseeable future. The Bank of England may resume rate cuts in December if inflation improves. The Bank of Japan could hike rates due to persistent inflation. Small blue diamond commodities and supply chain. Global supply chain tensions have driven the price of a strategic metal chair up 15-fold this year, hitting a record high of $126 per kilogram. Small blue diamond corporate updates. Amazon launched its first dollar bond issuance in 3 years, raising $15 billion. Over the past 3 months, tech giants have issued nearly $90 billion in bonds. Tesla CEO Elon Musk reiterated plans to build its own chip factory, citing insufficient supply from TSMC and Samsung to meet Tesla's demands. Google introduced a new AI-powered travel planning tool, putting pressure on travel-related stocks like Booking Holdings and TripAdvisor. Bar chart today's economic calendar. Key data to be released during market hours include U.S. Import Price Index, MOM. Industrial Production, MOM. NAB Housing Market Index. All figures will be released around or after the market open. Microphone key events to watch. Speeches by 2 senior Fed officials at 11:30 p.m. and 12 a.m. ET.